Big Three, Fantasy Alarm TV. I'm your host, Ray Flowers. It's Monday. Let's do a little bit of review of what happened last week and one key possible signing as well to help moving forward. First number of the day is 6, as in the amount of snaps played by Brian Quick of the Rams in Week 4. I don't get it. He was on pace to catch 60 passes for 800 yards and 6 touchdowns last season. A shoulder injury cost him over half the season. He diligently rehabbed in the offseason. He was supposed to be healthy for Week 1. We're seeing him not even active on game days. We're seeing him active on game days, not getting targets. We're seeing him active on game days, not even getting on the football field. Apparently, Tavon Austin, Kenny Britt, and Stedman Bailey are superstars, and there's no need for Brian Quick, who was the best receiver on this team last year. I don't know what the Rams are doing. I do know this. At the moment, Mr. Quick can't be trusted at all. He's a totally wasted roster spot. Maybe in the second half of the season, his role grows. He returns to the level he was at last season when he was kind of the go-to guy for this team. But right now, it's vexing. He's uncertain what he's bringing in the short term. Don't waste a roster spot right now on Mr. Quick. Second number today is 3, as in the role in the pecking order of Christine Michael of the Cowboys after the injury to Lance Dunbar. Now, we don't have official word on what the injury is with Dunbar, but their early word is it might be a season-ending issue with his knee. It's going to be a long-term issue, even if it's not that long-term. Christine Michael's going to be active on game days as he was in Week 4, and he might start seeing some work here. Darren McFadden figures to take over the role of Lance Dunbar as the pass-catching back on third downs. His role should expand. So Michael probably has to eat a little bit into the workload of Joseph Randle if he really wants to be a significant fantasy factor. Now here's something to note. Last week, Week 4, Ruben Randle got to the goal line. He reached the ball over the goal line, had it knocked out of his hands. On review, they said he broke the plane, so they gave him a touchdown. Randle has been warned to not do that at the goal line. You don't want to extend yourself with the ball at the goal line, giving the opportunity for the defense to knock the ball away. He did it, was warned, did it again in Week 4. They didn't like that. He only had 4 carries in the second half of the football game. Really didn't see the field much at all after almost having that ball knocked away and out of his hands. Darren McFadden, as an example, had 10 touches in the second half. Does that mean Michael can eat into Randle's workload as early as Week 5? It's possible. I'd still be starting Joseph Randle out of the backfield. I'm very excited about potentially Darren McFadden in PPR setups. Christine Michael's coming, but don't expect it to happen right now. Give him a little bit of time. Final number of the day is 4.6, as in the yards per carry mark the last 2 seasons, as a Colt for Ahmad Bradshaw, who's on the street. Now, Bradshaw is being brought in for a workout on Monday. The expectation being if he's healthy, and he says he is, the Colts will sign him. The Colts have Gore, then they have Robinson, and then not much else. And the fact is, Ahmad Bradshaw is a very good football player. He's played 14, 12, 3, and 10 games the last 4 seasons. He cannot be trusted to stay healthy. He's a guy that if he's touching it 8 to 10 times a week, that's ideal. And that's exactly what he'd be asked to do behind Frank Gore. Let's not forget that Ahmad Bradshaw can block very well on third downs. He can catch the football. He can run the football. 4.6 yards the last 2 weeks, very good number. He also is someone that scored 8 touchdowns last year in just 10 games of action. So I would expect the Colts to sign Bradshaw. There'll be a lot of excitement. I don't know if he's anything other than a flex option in the bye weeks, because his role, especially early on, is not going to be one you can trust him to see the field a lot. But it'd be a very good signing for the Colts, who really need a boost to do something for their team, that offense, just not getting it done much at all in 2015. Ray Flowers, Big Three, Fantasy Alarm TV, FantasyAlarm.com. Help you out in 2015 with your fantasy football squad. We're there for you all. Come visit us.